worked at the Pentagon and on the defense contracting side with companies like General Dynamics, so I'm typically love looking at the defense budget. World War III is going to start sometime this year and extend into 2024. It's pretty much confirmed in the budget of the U.S. government. Every year I go through these budget summaries and I look for essentially changes. Look for things that are odd or stand out. So this is last year's, and I recall that there was $766 billion planned for both 2022 and 2023. That's really odd when you have a 0% increase for a defense budget. But this year's budget plan has changed drastically. So we've got the fiscal year 2024 budget. I've pulled these defense numbers over here to this spread. Remember, they had planned a 0% increase for 2023, and around 2% is pretty normal for increase. They're planning a 10% increase on a multi-billion-dollar budget for 2024. 10% on $800 billion is massive. They're planning something absolutely massive.
So I guess that makes sense why Mark Zuckerberg, right on time, started to build this.
You heard that right. Mark Zuckerberg is building a doomsday sort of a place where he can in fact go into hiding in case there is doomsday that happens. $100 million for a doomsday bunker. And this doomsday bunker will comprise of underground bunkers, luxurious mansions, and other self-reliant features. The massive $1 million project will also have its own sources of food and energy.
Mark Zuckerberg,
which the Meta chief is apparently hiding from the public, is called the Kolar Ranch. The project which revealed that ranch is one of the most expensive personal construction projects in modern history. It is still under construction and it consists of dozens of buildings which include 2 main mansions which will be connected via a tunnel of all things. The tunnel will lead to an underground shelter which will have an emergency exit. The shelter will be blast resistant as well.
And what's happening at the airports just recently is part of a larger plan. Now, this is part of a diversionary tactic, number 1. And number 2, there has been drills happening in the airports for the last 3 to 4 months in mass, preparing for the shutdown of travelways. And you can go look at this yourself, and also biohazard type of situations at the airports. This right here was called in as a false threat. So what could be happening here is 1, live drills, and 2, inside cells that are starting to activate.
Fort Lauderdale, and they've shut down and evacuated the airport, and they've closed every.
Speaking of cells, sleeper cells, I found out what they're actually doing now. Look up on screen right here. So when we talk about the sleeper cells that's come across the border, they're now actively engaged in tactics against civilian buildings. So I'm giving you this information because I told you I have your back, and then 2, we need to be ready to defend against this. Check it out.
Gangs from South America are breaking into multi-million-dollar homes across the country and now in Metro Detroit. And police say they're highly functional and well-trained.
The guy to the right in the middle, that's a jammer. So he's jamming signals right now.
Those jammers then render the Wi-Fi security systems useless. At least 30 to 40 homes have been hit since September in Detroit. Thieves getting away with cash, jewelry, expensive handbags in minutes.
You know, a lot of this stuff is being packed up into boxes for shipping as they're driving away from your home.
Officers there are now forming a task force urging homeowners to have multiple layers of security.
Camera go out, your phone go out, you just be ready to be locked and loaded, because apparently that's what's going on now. I'm prepared for this. That's why we're giving this information, because it's life-saving information, let's just say that. So moving into the next informational part, this figure showed up in Philippines, which just came out, and it's really strange. You need to let me know what you think about it. It starts with the lady pointing because they see it arrive over the mountain. Then you see this figure here. And because it's so far away, it's been speculated that this could be a potential bigger than normal human. You know, maybe a giant, I'm not sure. What do you think there was? Okay, and there's people on the channel who can scan a video and find out if it's false or not. Please do that and leave it in the comments what you find after that. Next video, Oh, so you say you like it the apples, huh? Well,
Continuously
if you
recording.
eat the Simply Organic, then you find out that you peel off the organic. And once the pillardization of the syllabalization, you find out that, oh no, you just ate some fake apples. But anyway, just check that every time you do it. Next video, something dropped out of the sky in Colorado.
God. Did you see him fall from the thing? Oh my God, they making a formation. We seen him drop out of a mothership that just flew away, and these things
off, and now they're forming shapes.
Oh my God, we watched it drop out of the ship. Oh my God. Oh my God, what the fuck is
And
this?
now the shit is come. I can't make this up, man. Y'all share it right now. Share this early downtown Denver. I'm in Colorado,
The DNA switch that I was talking about that instantaneously can shut off your DNA, causing you to just go and fall out, you know. Check out what happens here just recent.
The highest court in the land and America, the body of late Supreme Court Justice Sandra Day O'Connor, you're seeing there, lying in repose in the court's great hall. The public now has a chance to say goodbye. Oh, looks like, so we're just watching this live with you, and we have a moment here where someone who is coming, it appears, up, was it one of the honor guards?
One of the honor guard.
Okay, it looks like it was one of the security details or honor guard.
He probably took that, and if he took that, then he got, you know what I'm talking about, too. Here's the birds everywhere in Texas, and then I got another story that I got to tell you. They just found out that is huge and critical for U.S. and Canada. So look on screen here, they just found a new home, and it's between U.S. and Canada. And look right here, you can see Seattle on the map, and they're saying this could cause a huge risk for tsunamis as well. So this is going to be critical. Just stay tuned with us because we're giving life-saving information. You are our community. We support the people, and this right here is so critical. 99% of people will be taken out if they don't know this information.
Bank
Crash that
crash.
just happened to Biden.
Let's get into this.
Motorcade crash
Before we
that just
end
happened
this.
to Biden. But what they're not, motorcade crash that just happened to Biden. But what they're not apparently paying attention to was that there was a huge decode in this event. What I need you to do right now is pay attention closely. And if you look up there, right up above the sign, the crash was in front of the Bank of America. And so, and this is the guy who crashed into him. But let's get back to the big topic here. If you couldn't see it clearly, there is the sign right there that says Bank of America, and a crash happens. So right now you're listening to this, and what are you thinking? I'm thinking that a crash is coming to the banks because they're projecting this as a predictive programming.